Hi guys, the new game this week is Ivanchuk Vassily versus Ganguly, Gibraltar Congress. This was round 8. The game started d4, d5, c4, e6. This is the Queen's Gambit declined. Samita Rush, d41, ECO, knight f3, knight f6, knight c3, c5, c takes d5, knight takes d5, e4, knight takes, pawn takes c3. In round 8, Ivanchuk was idle the field, so he was half a point ahead. Close on issues were Kamsky, Michael Adams, Vassily Ivanchuk, and Rapport. Continue the game. Pawn c takes d4, c takes d4, bishop b4 check, bishop d2, bishop takes, queen takes, black castles, rook c1, knight c6. There have been 3 moves played by black in this position. The first played in 1998 was b6. This was by Kamsky versus Golod, Sava tournament 1998. The game continued. Bishop d3, bishop b7, white castled, black played knight c6, queen e3, queen e7, rook fd1, rook fd8, bishop b1, rook ac8, h4, e5, d5, knight a5, bishop d3, h3, g3, rook takes, bishop c8, bishop f1, bishop g4, knight h2, bishop c8, knight f3, bishop g4, bishop a6, f6, knight h2. White won the game in 66 moves, but looks fairly equal. I think with fair play, good play, black should have drawn this. On move 11, another game was Simonsen Epijeski Budapest 2004. Black played knight d7, then white played bishop d3, b6, white castled bishop b7, queen f4, h6, h4, queen d8, e5, bishop d5, knight d2, f6, queen g3, pawn takes, rook f1, rook c8, knight c4, e4, bishop takes, queen takes g3. And this game, black won the game, but these were 2,300 players. In our current game, Ganguly played knight c6. Ivanchuk went for bishop e2. Black is a cramped position, like his bishop on c8 is not yet developed, so he has to come up with an idea on what he needs to do. Ganguly plays queen b6. This is a new move. Previously played was queen f6. This was a game in 1951 by Biscuit versus Reshevsky in New York 1951. This game continued e5, queen e7, white castle, rook d8, rook fd1, bishop d7, knight g5, rook e8, bishop d3, h6, knight f3, knight b4, bishop b1, bishop c6, knight e1, bishop a4, bishop c2, knight takes c2, rook c8, rook e1, rook c4, knight e3, rook takes d4, queen a5, bishop c6, queen takes a7, rook a4, queen b6, and black strong bishop on c6 went on to win the game in 42 moves. Going back to the game, Ganguly versus Ivanchuk versus Ganguly. Ganguly played queen b6. So he has to find a plan to develop the bishop on c8 and link the rooks together. Ivanchuk castled. Ganguly played rook d8, putting pressure on the pawn on d4. Ivanchuk protects the rook with rook c4. The bishop is developed, bishop d7, bishop d3, queen a5, Ivanchuk played queen b2, threatening to win material by taking the pawn on d on d7. At the moment you can't take it because black can just play rook b8 and the queen is trapped. So black played rook h8. Then Ivanchuk piles up the rooks on playing rook c1, rook f c1. Ganguly played knight b4. Perhaps better was playing b5, then maybe rook c5 and then knight e7. Trying to exchange a pair of rooks and less pieces on the board will give a slight advantage to white, but this will be better than knight b4. So Ivanchuk just plays bishop f1. Ganguly could have gone for a good play knight c6. Another variation you could have played was rook takes. If knight takes a2, then white is got a big plus with queen takes b7. And there will be more pressure with moves like rook c7. So when he played on move 89 c6, then you played queen c5, rook c5, sorry. Ganguly played queen b4. Ivanchuk played queen a1. One good plan that would have given me a clear advantage was take the queen, knight takes, then rook b1, knight a6, and then rook takes, bishop takes, and then you can double the pawns on the king side with bishop takes a6. I mean, that would be a more clear advantage for white because of those double pawns on the queen side. So if I went for queen a1, Ganguly played queen a5. Worth considering was knight e7, trying to singe a pair of rooks. Though still slightly favorable for white. So he went for queen a5. If I played a3 because the queen is a bit looks like it has a few places to go. So for all the movies, I think it's queen b6. Then if you gain more time with rook b1, attacking the queen, forcing knight b3, queen a3. This all looks like forced moves. So black is to protect the knight with the bishop. Rook a4, rook c4, attacking the defender of the knight. One variation could have been, instead of he played queen a5, one variation was rook takes, bishop takes, rook ac8. If bishop takes, queen d2, because if it tries to take, there's a mate on c1 with the rook on c8, and then a5, queen, a5, and then a5, slider advantage to white. On knight d2, black can play queen takes d4, bishop takes, knight takes b3, queen takes e4. Then h3, escape square for any black knights, and this will be a big plus for white. The game continued. Queen a5, rook takes b3, bishop takes, queen takes, b5. One option would have been, instead of b5, rook takes, queen takes, g6. Still a big plus for white because of two minor pieces in the game. So the game continued. b5, rook c8, d5 plus pawn on the d file. Ivanchuk has got a firm grip on the game. Mendy uses his technique to finish off Ganguly. So the game continued. Queen a4 from Ganguly. If he had played, let's say, like queen b6, knight e5, would have been a big plus. With the knight going on to, for example, knight on c6. This is with the rest like knight e7. So he played queen e4. If you played queen a3, one variation could have been queen takes, exchange of queens, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook c1, bishop f1, and then rook d1. Still an advantage for for white because of minor pieces, even though he uses the pawn. The play, he's got 2 pieces in play for the minor piece. This play will play. But if Ivanchuk opts for queen e3, Ganguly takes, and then he blunders here by playing queen d1. The best move would have been, the more preferred move would have been b4, pawn takes. But still, white is winning, and then moves like knight d4 are good for white. The game continued. Knight d4, protected the pawn on d5. King f8. One option was h6, but knight c6. Still, white has got a big plus. The pawn on a7 is hanging. Ganguly played king f8, d6. He played rook e8. One option was rook king g8, but still queen e5, king h8, d7 wins for white. Rook e8, and he went for d7. If rook takes, white wins with queen d8, rook e8, knight e6, f pawn takes, queen takes d1. It doesn't work. So after d7, he played rook d8, queen e5, rook takes the pawn on e7, queen d8 check, king e7, knight c6 check, king f6, queen a4, king e6, queen e5, knight. If you place king g6, doesn't change anything, because knight takes, knight e5 check, king h5, g3, g5, g4, loses the game because of the mate. If let's say king f7, then there's queen f6 knight, queen takes d7. That's the last game. That's how Ivanchuk won round 8 with the Ganguly. I hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you.